See, there's no real punishment when it comes to karma, and the punishment that we believe that may exist for those of us that think that karma is a punishment is really just your own mind and the so-called sentence that you put yourself up under daily based upon beliefs that become fragments and parts of your reality and mental barriers that you must get through. But there is no real live punishment. A lot of what we experience on a sexual level in this society is definitely coming from the lower chakras. It's definitely lower dimensional. The kundalini on this planet is definitely blocked due to a lot of us being suppressed in that area when it comes to sex and being denied in that area, even when you think you're having it, still being denied because not really being able to express it the way you want, because society definitely wants to keep that power of sexual energy in a dark place for means of control. So it leads to a point where you gotta kind of like detach and free yourself a lot of times, and like a lot of times you gotta let go and just kind of like know, like, okay, well, I'm up under this amount of pressure or whatever, and know that if that's your release, that's your release. As far as, you know, using that energy, even if it's not using that energy with someone else and sharing that energy, because a lot of times that's even toxic now, but just expressing that energy even with yourself, and that's your release. And society, you're gonna have to make a place for yourself, because society wants to regulate and watch that, and then watching that, they taking away energy from you. Those are eye vampires that implant and put chips and tags and stuff in you, that some are invisible and some are visible, and codes and stuff, and they keep track of you and got you hooked up to different poles and stuff like that within the cities and satellites within the state, not realizing that you are being used as collateral property to get loans and stuff like that for spy agencies. And they hate when people put out this information, but it's pertinent that you at least know what's going on, so you had that choice. Like they say, at least you given that choice, you know, instead of being trapped in no knowledge, where it's like you don't even know what the hell is going on, and it doesn't even exist. So it's like somebody's telling you it, by the time it's too late because you're already locked in it. Well, now that's not an excuse anymore, so now it's just more like a choice, you know, that you'd have to make. And you don't, it does have to be a prison. So don't let them trap you. The witches, they're actually a group of witches, and you can't see them, that want to trap us in this energy of this sex so they can keep control over us with fear and lust, and using that energy against us, which is our energy, and taking it, our own power, man, the chi, and using this shit against us through the grid. This is how they do it. So you have to learn how to hide the chi and regulate the chi from a certain area so that it'll always cycle back to you, so it can never be stolen, because it's more of a legacy and just putting it on the right channel and on the right track versus trying to control it. So in most discipline and sexual arts, we get into control in the sexual experience, even starting with the self, before you can even move into sharing this with the partner, and it has to be an open exchange. So over time, we're gonna cover all of that, man. Like, I mean, it's underground information. A lot of people, you know, of course, fear putting this type of information out. They're like, what's gonna happen? But it's like, just the information being out there and being available is going to automatically shift the grid. Even if just a few people bear the information and become messengers, many messengers of eyes, you know, on these different airwaves and communication, airstream waves and social media networks, to supersede a lot of control that we're going through now. So go ahead and share this, put this up. Just food for thought tonight. Work with your sexual energy. If you got somebody to share it with, you know, that's great. But always remember, it starts with you. Free your mind, and your body will follow. Hotep.